Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of the Sovereign Goatman. Today I am Instructor Goatman. I'm going to show you guys how to properly zero your rifle. So before I begin, I'm going to share with you some terminologies that we use not just in the military but also in the shooting world as far as competitive shooting. First terminology is MOA. MOA. Minute of angle. That's what that means is 1 MOA equals 1 inch at 100 yards. So when you hear the term MOA, 1 MOA, that means 1 inch at 100 yards. And that's just for a reference point. What that means is that if you have, say, a bunch of targets, say these are bullet holes, and then you take the measurement from center line to center line and it's 1 inch, that means that the rifle is capable of shooting 1 MOA. Some competition rifles are actually capable of shooting less than that, and for hunting rifles it's more than that. But it's important for you to understand what that terminology is. The next terminology is point of impact, POI, and point of aim, POA. Point of aim exactly is just that, what you're looking at, what you're aiming for. So there's two types of point of aim. One is what we are taught in the military, which is center mass. Let's say this is the silhouette. Soldiers are often trained how to shoot center mass. In competition, which I will zero my rifle today as a competitor, I do what's called a 6 o'clock hold. So military, normally they teach you how to have a point of aim of center mass. In competition, and there's a reason for this. In competition, they teach us how to, or we are encouraged to shoot with a point of aim of 6 o'clock hold. In other words, the front sight post is at 6 o'clock. And again, there's a reason for that. The other terms I want to bring up that's important to understand is accuracy versus precision. Accuracy refers to how well you can hit the target. Precision is more on the mechanical side. So I'm going to show you a couple of targets here. Make targets. So this one here is a target, and as you can see, the 3 bullet holes, let's say, are tight. This one here is also a target, and you can see that the 3 bullet holes are kind of spread apart. This one is more precise, but this one is more accurate. Precision has to do with the mechanical components of your rifle or pistol. The tighter, the more well-made it is, the more precise it will be. On the other hand, accuracy has to do with your skill as a shooter. When you zero your rifle, obviously you want to hit the target. So point of aim and point of impact. When you zero your rifle as a target competitor, the point of aim is 6 o'clock, but you want the point of impact to be in the middle, or what we call the X-ring, and that's how we do things in the competition world. Now, the reason for that is that it's better to see your target, the bullseye target, with a 6 o'clock hold, because you're able to see the whole target, as opposed to how they teach us in the military with a center mass point of aim. So I have a target set up there with a 1 inch, and it's set up at I don't know if you could see it, set up at 50 feet away, and I don't even know if you could see it, though the dot literally is just 1 inch in diameter. So again, the reason why we want to zero our rifle, now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this. There are many reasons why you want to zero your rifle properly. A, because it takes away the excuse of you not hitting your target. If, when people go to the range and they shoot and they say, oh, it's because my rifle is not zeroed, but that's just an excuse. More than likely it's because the shooter does not know how to shoot. So zero your rifle properly so that it takes away the excuse. The other thing too is the reason for properly zeroing your rifle is so that you can understand how precise it is, the precision side of things. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So the other thing I wanted to teach you, I know I'm giving a lot of information here, the other thing that I wanted to teach you is the acronym BRASS. This is something that we learn in the Army. BRASS: breathe, relax, aim, slack, squeeze. Breathe. The breathing is very important. What you want to do is you want to breathe in, you want to breathe out, hold it halfway, and then within 5 seconds you want to squeeze the trigger, because when you breathe, it also affects the point of aim. It'll go up and down, up and down, up and down. And you just want to relax. R for relax. Aim is how you properly aim the front sight post. I always say front sight post because when you zero your rifle with iron sights, you always want to look at the front sight post. So this is the front sight post here. Look at the front sight post. Focus on that. Your target will be blurry, a little bit blurry, but that's okay. That's acceptable as long as you focus on the front sight post. That's the reason too why I'm teaching you how to hold a 6 o'clock point of aim, because you'll be able to see the target a lot better. So that's A, or A for aim. Slack. Some weapons system have a 2-stage trigger. This one doesn't. So a lot of military weapon, you have to pull the slack before you could actually pull the trigger. This one is a single stage, so there's no slack, so you basically just squeeze the trigger. So the key again is squeezing it. Squeeze the trigger, don't jerk it, because the jerking it will affect also the point of aim and also the point of impact. So I know I gave you a lot of information here, but I'm gonna go ahead and zero this rifle, and we will go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this. Weapon and safe. Always look for the chamber. Look at the chamber, make sure it's clear. So now we're gonna go down range. I shot 3 rounds and we're gonna go down range. Okay, again, this is the front sight post. I'm aiming for a 6 o'clock hold. As you can see, this is good here. Whenever you zero, you only need 3, and you want to see a nice triangular shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a triangle here, take the center of that triangle, and it looks like I have to go up a little bit and then right a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the rifle, and then we will shoot again. Go check it out. Okay, so if you recall, this was the first grouping. This is the second grouping. As I've said earlier, I wanted to go up and then to the right. It looks like I went too much to the right, so now I'm going to go 1 click to the left, and we'll check it out. All right, this is the next group here. First group, second group, third group. Appears like it's here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move up it just a little bit more, and a few more clicks to the left. It looks like it moved to the right. We'll get there. All right, looks like there's a flyer here, which I'm going to count. Looks like there's one here, 6 o'clock, that touched the target, and I'm going to assume that the third one is probably here somewhere. So I'm going to move a little bit to the left again. At this point, there's a lot of holes here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a fresh target. So this is the fourth grouping here. I placed a new sheet of paper, 3 groupings here. This is the fourth grouping. So much better. So if I were to if I were to draw a triangle here, you could see that the center is right about here. So again, anytime you zero, you want to see a triangular path, because if you see a path that's more vertical, it has something to do with your breathing. If you see a pattern that's more horizontal, it has something to do with your trigger. So I'm happy with this, but so there you have it. It took me a while to finally zero with an open sight. It's been no excuse, but it's been years since I competed with open sight, but I still have it. It looks like, considering I'm older and my eyes are not as good as they were back when I used to compete. So, but again, I'm happy with what I saw, and I hope that you learned something from me. So the next time I'm going to show you how to shoot in the prone position. Again, if an older guy like me can engage target, that's that small. You guys can do it, you know, much better if you're younger, and much better if you have, you know, scope. And again, just to reiterate, scopes will not help you shoot better. It's just gonna help you see better. If you can see the target, you can engage it. So I hope you learned something today, and I look forward to giving you more coaching. With that, Instructor Goatman is out.